We might be getting up to 3 more fighter passes for Smash Ultimate. This is insane!
Block content.
What's happening, my Block buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today. It looks like we are getting a whole lot more characters than we bargained for. I really wanted to talk about this last video. There wasn't any time, but now I'm going to dive headfirst into this. It was originally reported by Mizumi on Twitter, and now Event Hubs gets to talk about it, and so we get to break it down a little bit. Also, for every one of you guys following me, thank you guys so much for all the sweet comments about our last video, and for those of you who like giveaways, we're giving away a Piranha Plant plushie. Remember to like this video, subscribe to Blocked Content, and comment down below to enter for the giveaway at 50k. Alright guys, let's get into this. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has 16 dummy character slots set aside for World of Light, according to Datamine. So, Event Hubs actually says, although Piranha Plant is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's first post-launch character, it's actually not part of the Fighter's Pass. Along with Joker from Persona 5, we'll be getting access to 4 additional newcomers to the Super Smash Bros. Series. Before the game was released, 30 character placeholder slots were discovered through data mining. However, it seems that there are a total of 16 character slots reserved specifically for World of Light. While playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's adventure mode, the World of Light, players are allowed to use DLC characters after fulfilling specific conditions. We know this because it's possible to bring the Piranha Plant into the fight after rescuing 10 other fighters. According to Mizumi, a data miner, there are actually 16 dummy slots set aside for this purpose. One of them is indeed occupied by Piranha Plant. Assuming a scenario where each of these slots are filled someday, then it could mean that Nintendo plans on releasing additional fighter passes after the first one sees completion, after the estimated time of arrival around February 2020. In total, this would mean that Nintendo could release up to 3 fighter passes if each package contains 5 combatants each. This would put the roster count at 90 characters in Super Smash Bros. Of course, that's all theoretical. Remember that there's no guarantee that Nintendo has any plans to do anything with these other character slots. So this is incredibly amazing. This is so much to unpack because this is all rooted in something very real. You know, this data miner found these dummy slots, and for those of you who don't know, it's basically inside of the code, there is room reserved for characters to appear in the game, and one of these slots, one of the 16, already has a character added to it, which is Piranha Plant. Now, of course, one of the other ones would then be Joker, would make complete sense because then we have 15, and 3 times 5 is of course 15, so we have 5 characters per fighter pass. This could mean that we're getting maybe 3 fighter passes in total, which would bring the roster count up to 90, which is incredibly insane. I think that there is a big precedent for this actually happening. It feels like it might be a long time off until we get another Smash Brothers, but I think most of all, this makes the most sense to me in terms of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the largest roster in anything you could, except for like Mugen or something, but Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has the biggest roster, and the everyone is here thing, that's just incredibly big, and I feel personally like this will never be matched again, not by any other franchise, but I don't think that this will be matched by Nintendo itself too. This is just exactly what it will be. The Smash Bros. Ultimate is the biggest game in the series in terms of character count, right? So what could you do? Could you then in 2 or 3 years reboot and do a new Smash Bros. Game and have like a different fighting style or like a different way it works, bring it into the 3D realm and not just, a 3D, 2D? Or could you just kind of hold on to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, work on it a little bit more, add game modes like they are doing right now, and make Smash Bros. Ultimate be that game that kind of changes with the time? Now, everybody kind of hoped that Nintendo would be doing this for a lot of their upcoming games, right? People thought that they would be doing this with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, because that game is already so big, they could keep adding content to it and it would stay fresh. And I also really thought that Nintendo would be doing this with Super Mario Odyssey. That game felt ripe for, oh yeah, maybe in a few months we'll get some new kingdoms, we'll get to explore some new stuff, but it was always relatively quiet around those parts. We did get the balloon mode, and then of course in Breath of the Wild we got all that DLC content, which was great, but it was nowhere near what we thought it would be. So Nintendo isn't banking on investing in those games as their own little platforms, right? But I think for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, things might be a little bit different. I think that what Sakurai has done with this game, especially with bringing all those third parties back, having Snake back in the game of all characters, then still having Sonic in there, then having all these characters that, need all these rights, even Cloud in there, and Square Enix not really playing ball in any other way than just having that character there. It's crazy insane, and I feel like it will never be matched. So that, for me, would be the idea. Oh, just, keep adding content to Smash Bros. Ultimate. Smash Bros. Ultimate will be the ultimate place to have Super Smash Bros. Content. If they do another game, it'll be drastically different, maybe even in gameplay style. But this one, let's just add characters too. And if the 3.0 update leaks are right, we are getting new game modes in 3.0 as well. We've rumored this ever since they released that tiny blurred image that kind of shows something of a stage builder. And then there were leaks coming out that were talking about, home run contest is coming back, stage builder is coming back, and there'll be updates, and it won't just be in a new game. So having more fighter passes, having more characters, to me, leads so much credence to this. I feel like this could definitely be real. Now, it's even found in the code right now. There are 16 dummy slots, so 15. So we might be getting up to 15 new characters. There's so much to think about here. One of the things is, of course, all the characters from the Grinch League could potentially, transform back into Smash Brothers. Of course, there are some characters that ended up being assist trophies, but hey, a lot of coding could actually potentially make it so that they can join the fight too. For these fighter packs, I'm thinking characters like Banjo-Kazooie would fit incredibly well. Even a character like Lara Croft from the Tomb Raider series. I think that would be a great representation of a powerful female character, and also just gaming in general. She's like a big gaming icon for a lot of people. In terms of general, like the Wario franchise, I would say 9V makes a lot of sense. Waluigi, I don't really know if they want to go that route, maybe as the final character, right? Dixie Kong could definitely be a character in the game, maybe an Echo Fighter, Diddy Kong, something like that. Could we get Steve from Minecraft? If we are getting 15 characters, then definitely there is precedent for Steve to be in there. There are some Pokemon characters that people have wanted for a long time. Think about characters like Decidueye, maybe Blaziken even, bringing back that character. If I think about Sonic characters, next to Shadow, I would love to see either an Echo Fighter, which is the original Sonic, so the cute, classic Sonic, or I would just love to see Tails with a lot of cool gadgets and bombs and traps and stuff like that. I would love to see Crash, Bandicoot, and Spyro get into those fighter passes, maybe 2 different fighter passes. That'd be awesome. The Doom guy, the Marine has been rumored to be in the game. We can't really get Springman because that character is, an assist trophy, but that still could change. Rayman to me makes a lot of sense. He is a spirit in the game, but hey, a lot of other characters are too. So Isaac from Golden Sun, same thing here. I feel like he definitely should be in one of the fighter passes, even though he is an assist trophy. I feel like Bandana Waddle Dee would deserve a spot in there. Like, if we are doing 15 more characters, just give the guy a chance. I mean, he definitely deserves it. Then we've got Skull Kid. That's the same thing, an assist trophy curse, but Skull Kid makes the most sense for Zelda characters, in my opinion. We could get Impa, we could get other incarnations of Link, we could get Demise or something like that, but I feel like Skull Kid definitely is one of the characters that makes just the most sense in that regard. And the biggest one, of course, is Geno. I think that people are really expecting Geno as a first-party kind of character. Of course, there are a lot of other names that have been thrown around in the recent times. It's the Dragon Quest characters, Erdrick and the like. that people really seem to think is going in the game. Now, there's also been leaks about this Persona 5 character, the new one, you know, the Persona 5R, that actually is a female version of the main character, and it has actually been found in the code of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate that there is a female variant of Joker coming, so it would make total sense as like a tie-in. So I'm really curious what you guys think will be the characters that will end up in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Do you think there will be more fighter passes, or is this just Nintendo kind of marking their territory within the code? Let me know down below what you think, because I'm really curious what the characters are that you want to see in Smash Bros. Ultimate if we are getting 15 more slots, and then I believe 14, right? Because Joker would be one of them. Anyway, remember, if you aren't yet a member of the Blocked Content family, it's so easy, guys. Just hit that subscribe button. Every day we'll upload content. We'll have some fun, some news that you care about, and it will be delivered to you on your doorstep. So thank you guys so much for watching. It's been great seeing the channel grow, and let's just have a whole lot of fun going forward. I'll see you guys around the corner where there's always more Blocked content. I'll see ya.